Dark Forces is a special one for many Star Wars fans as it ushered in a huge change in direction for LucasArts, finally taking us off the rails of the Rebel Assault games and planting our space boots directly on the ground to blast our way through the Empire. Some may instantly dismiss it as a Doom clone, and while it certainly may take inspiration from the Doom series, Dark Forces managed to get itself a great sequel in Dark Forces 2 before spinning into two games that you can already play on the Switch in the form of Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy. What's it like? Get your blaster, check the safety on your thermal detonators, and prepare to join the rebellion as we review the Dark Forces Remaster for the Nintendo Switch. Hey, before we begin, would you mind firing your photon torpedoes at the like and subscribe buttons? It's no bigger than the womp rats that I used to bullseye back in my T16 at home, and I can't thank you enough for doing so. Dark Forces follows Kyle Katarn, an Imperial officer who defected to the Rebellion's Covert Operations Unit, presumably after Darth Vader named his new weapon the Death Star and not the Managed Democracy and Freedom Star. During this story, you'll uncover the plot to build and deploy Dark Troopers, which you may recognize from the Mandalorian TV series, and it's up to you to put a halt to them by stealing plans, sabotaging mines, and rescuing spies in the epic campaign. To do this, you'll blast your way around with frantic first-person shooting while solving puzzles. The game does tend to stick to the 90s tropes of puzzle solving, platforming, and backtracking in 3D shooters, which people may find frustrating, but I have to admit, I really enjoyed it despite running into a few dead ends during my playthrough. The gameplay, in my opinion, holds up well, and its run and gun style shooting manages to remain exciting and, most importantly, fun. The remaster also takes it one step further by adding an incredible collection of concept art, 3D renders, cutscene storyboards, and even the playable E3 demo that you can try out for yourself. To me, this is where Night Dive Studios has gone above and beyond to preserve this archive of bonus features. It's hard to fault the content included with the Dark Forces Remaster, and it's clearly been handled with the love and respect it deserves. You can even input the original cheat codes which still work to mess around during your playthrough. I could only remember one of them. Graphically, the new enhancements look great with much higher detailed textures, sharp sprites, and reworked weaponry. While it still looks unapologetically old school, much like the recent Tomb Raider trilogy, it manages to perfectly capture the feel of the game as it was intended, with some modern touches. If you do want to play it how it was in 1996, you can actually turn all of these mod cons off and play it in its purest form. While it doesn't happen at the click of a button, there are just a few settings that you can adjust, including the software and hardware rendering options. For my vision impaired mercenaries for hire, there are a few accessibility options in regard to head bobbing and photosensitivity, but as there are times when the game can be quite dark, much like the forces in the game, more research may be required to see if it's a good fit for you. All of this gameplay and remastered graphics are complemented by a brooding and very imperial music score that retains its meaty sound. The sound effects are exactly as I remember them, right down to the compressed voice acting. Cutscenes do have a fresh lick of paint, which you can turn on or off should you wish to experience it how it was released, or with the remaster's graphics. I did notice there were a couple of minor graphical glitches, but nothing that really detracted from my experience, and honestly, I just felt like that awkward, skinny kid who played Dark Forces all those years ago. At first, the price point may seem slightly higher than some remakes at $44 Australian, $30 US, or £25, but I was happy to pay a little extra for the bonus content on top of the remastered visuals. That, as well as the inclusion of achievements that you can earn and aim for, make it have a little bit of extra gameplay that will keep you entertained for around 10 hours, and that's not including the bonus content. Now, as we approach the end of our Kessel Run Over review, it's clear that Night Dive Studios yet again understood the assignment in remastering and, more importantly, preserving Dark Forces so a new generation of Padawans can enjoy the game, whilst appealing to the more seasoned gamers like myself. I look forward to showing my son the game that I played as a kid, longing for an adventure in a galaxy far, far away. Night Dive Studios have handled this with care, and there's no doubt that while Kyle Katarn is yet to discover his Jedi lineage, the Force certainly is strong with this remaster. So, what's it like? Dark Forces Remaster is just like Doom, crossed with Star Wars. I award it an 88 out of 100. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. The best way you can support me is to like and subscribe and continue watching my content if you enjoy it. But if you do want to go that bit extra, you can buy me a coffee or join our Patreon, which shows you behind the scenes of this channel. Thanks again.